Man, 2025 just kind of came and went, huh? I swear, like, usually it just, like, feels like it's January, and then all of a sudden it's December. But yeah, another year, another Games of the Year list from our good old friends at Point in Progress. I want to really quick just lay out for the newcomers how this works. These are 5 games that are not necessarily have come out last year. They can be any 5 games that we played last year that were like, yeah, dude, I love this shit. That's to really highlight more of our personality and games that we play individually, because we don't play all the same games, and for the most part we don't play a lot of the mainstream games. I play a lot of mainstream games, but I know a lot of our cast and crew are very into independent games and even playing games that they may have missed in the previous years that have come out. So it's a good way for us to really kind of show off our own kind of list and backlog of games that we play, and kind of, you know, emphasize the games that we thought were the kind of standout ones of those years. And then they could still show mainstream games that came out last year, but for the most part, these are games that I played last year that I enjoyed. These aren't particularly in any order, at least mine aren't. I just kind of pick and chose which one to go where. So these are just all really good games. Number 1 is not number 1, and number 5 is not bad. And without further ado, let's get to it. This is my top 5 games of 2025. Man, what do I even have to say about Metal Gear Solid 3? Go play Metal Gear Solid 3. There's no excuse. It's literally on everything now. It's the best way to get into Metal Gear if you wanted to play it in order. I don't usually recommend that, but hey, you do you, man. Just play some fucking Metal Gear. It's everyone's best performance on the cast, honestly. It has the best Bond, like, intro. They're next to, like, Phantom Liberty from Cyberpunk. It's got Cringe Ocelot. I mean, what more do you want? It's got fucking Cringe Ocelot. Look at him. It's a game that's very near and dear to my heart. After Foxhound ranking it last year for the MGS3 Master Collection 100%, I felt more in tune with the game's systems and designs more than ever. And then Delta came out. And Metal Gear Solid Delta is actually exactly what I wanted out of an MGS3 remaster. Ever since I saw that fuck-ass pachinko machine after watching my literal Roman fucking empire crumble before my eyes, that was the one thing people asked for. It was just like, hey guys, we know Kojima's out, and we know we don't really trust anybody else to do it. And they proved pretty quickly that you probably shouldn't trust anybody else to do it with Metal Gear Survive. But people were still asking. They were like, hey guys, easiest fucking buck you're ever gonna make in your lifetime. Just take the Fox engine, recreate Metal Gear Solid 3, don't fucking change anything, and just ship it. And they never did that. But Metal Gear Solid Delta is basically the same thing, just in, like, Unreal Engine. It took years. It took a long fucking time. But Konami seems to want to right a lot of those wrongs that they did in the past, and after our cries to Ares, we eventually gave our lives to him for Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta Snake Eater Electric Boogaloo. And it's exactly what we asked for, honestly. You want to play it like the classic MGS3? Bam, there's a control and camera scheme ready right for you. You want the new Delta style? Bam, you have the option. Same game feel, albeit it's a lot easier now that you have MGS5's crouch walk and you can aim with a mouse. It's a lot easier. It's honestly how I want a lot of remasters to be altogether, though. We don't have to rewrite the whole story. Sometimes games don't need to expand the story content. Sometimes all I want is it just to look and play like new, but preserve the feel and the story of the original. MGS3 Delta still has its soul. It may look new. It may look like, oh wow, this is really polished and, you know, shiny and everything like that sometimes, but it still has the soul of MGS3. And even if you don't like UE Engine, it still plays like MGS3, and it's great. Sometimes I would forget I'm playing a remaster. Sometimes I was just there playing Metal Gear Solid 3. And that's all I really fucking wanted. Just fresh paint, same feel. My only really big complaint, honestly, and if you really wanted to make the big fucking bucks, Konami, with the fucking battle pass bullshit that everybody's doing and everything like that, and like skins and everything, you could have brought back Metal Gear Online. Let's be real here. MGO is the shit, and bringing that back would have like taken this game to another level, but I get it. You'd have to have a service, you know, the team might not be as big to do a live service like that. Probably already working on either another remaster of a game or something else. And I'd rather them do that than have to, you know, slave away on a service that not everybody's gonna play. But I would have fucking loved it. But yeah, overall, MGS3 Delta is fucking peak. I loved it. As a MGS3 fan and a Metal Gear Solid fan, I give this the highest praise I can. It is a labor of love. There is some weird stuff in there, like I think Major Zero's voice actor, they were doing stuff with that. I noticed at the beginning of the game, but like it quickly just didn't really bother me, or like I didn't really notice it that much to the point where like it took me out of the game. And then of course there was some performance issues when it first came out, but that's par for the course with anything Unreal Engine nowadays. And then they didn't have my fucking ultra wide support, which I almost punched a fucking wall because of that. So I can't give it a 100%, but I give it the highest praise I could possibly can. It is definitely something worth your time if you haven't played Metal Gear, and if you're new to the series, I 100% recommend playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. I don't recommend it being your first, but if you wanted to play this game in lieu of Metal Gear Solid 3, I wouldn't hate you. I would hate you a little bit, but I wouldn't hate you. That's it. Good job, new team. It'll never hit the highs Kojima did with it at the reins, but I'm kind of confident of what's going on with Metal Gear over there enough to be like, hey, good luck, everybody, because I can't wait to see what comes next. Trepang 2 is a game that I've always wanted to play. I've played the demo and I was like, man, this is fucking cool. Everybody's like, damn, this game's fucking cool. And then I'd like watch videos on it. I'm like, wow, this game is fucking cool. And it's, you know, it's been in my cart. It's been on sale. I think I missed it being free in like a Humble Bundle at some point or something. But I've seriously always wanted to play it. And for some reason, kind of like how when I first bought Metal Gear Rising, it would just sit in my cart and I just wouldn't actually just pull the trigger on it. I'd buy something else or something. Well, that's changed because Steam sales are goated and the game is $10 right now. That's fucking cool. This is one of those games where I'm like, why the fuck did I do this to myself? But I honestly regret nothing because, being completely honest, Trepang 2 is probably one of my favorite shooters of all time. I don't want to dumb it down by calling it a Fear-like because it definitely takes a lot of elements from Fear, from the shotgun, the fucking drop kick, which is the coolest thing in the game, the pistols, you know what I mean? The way you can't like ADS down certain guns and stuff like that. Like, it's very Fear 1. And I don't want to dumb it down by just saying it's just Fear 1 because, to be honest with you, the story is fucking bonkers insane, and the only thing I really want to harp on it is that you are the monster in this game. There are bad guys, and then there's you, and you're the fucking bad guy, because these people do not stand a goddamn chance against you. You are a biological super weapon, just fucking shit up. And I get it, yes, you are a biological super weapon in Fear, but 106 is a different beast altogether. 106 is a fucking force of nature. 106 needs to be stopped, put in a cage, and just like buried somewhere, because he is absolutely nuts on any difficulty other than the one I played on. And we'll get to that because I didn't get to play this game the way people got to play this game and be a cool fucking monster in the room. In fact, I was squishy. I died in one hit because my ego got to me when I first played this game. So when you start Trepang 2, you are given a list of difficulty settings, and one of them stood out to me, Rage Mode. And I was like, Rage Mode? I always play my games on the hardest difficulty. I don't shy away from that shit. If it's available at the hardest difficulty, I'm fucking playing it at the hardest difficulty. I looked at this and I was like, Rage Mode, okay, and I hit it. And it gave me a goddamn warning. And there's something about games. Not a lot of games do this, but some games, they'll warn you. They'll be like, hey, dude, like, chill the fuck out, man. Like, this, you probably don't want to do this on your first playthrough. Like, maybe enjoy the game first and then come back and, you know, fuck around. I don't know. I get a weird satisfaction of, like, getting my ass beat really badly in, like, a harder difficulty and then coming back and playing it on, like, normal and being, like, a fucking monster. So, I read this, and it says as follow. Rage Mode is insanely difficult. Basically, anything will kill you instantly. It is not recommended unless you have a minimum of 50 hours spent on the game. Our publisher even asked us to remove this mode. Are you absolutely sure you want to proceed? They had to challenge me. Something about this just set me off. Like, your publisher asked you to remove this? I just started this game. I just started this game. I have 0 hours in, so I'm not gonna put 50 hours into it and then come back. I don't know. I had to experience it. I had to see for myself what the hell. Like, why would your publisher be like, hey, you guys need to quibble a little bit? Truly, the difficulty of Rage Mode is that you will die if you're shot at all. You're almost always in a state of move, cover, kill, and repeat. While the other difficulties, you're like actually the Grim fucking Reaper. On Rage, you gotta play it like more like Predator rules. You gotta kind of leap from the shadows and shit. Because the way the enemies work on Rage Mode is that they're basically fucking aimbots, dude. As soon as they see you, they're already shooting at you. You don't have time to react. In fact, if you were there for a fucking attosecond longer than you need to be, you're dead. Like, if they look at you funny, you're dead. If you can see the fucking like color of their eyes, you're dead. If you see the bullet flash, you're dead. So you have to constantly just be sliding around, moving, kind of keeping the enemy guessing. Because like Fear, it has that kind of really good AI, and it's a lot better than Fear. The AI will actually swarm you. They will throw grenades. They will try any way to kill 106. And on Rage Mode, that is very apparent because there is a lot going on. You have enemies that can only be killed if you shoot it so many times because it has so much armor or has weak spots, but then you have to get to that weak spot in a like horde of other enemies that are also shooting at you at the same time, who also might have shields, or like, I don't know, man, there's just so much fucking going on. And at some point I sat down. I got to a point, I think it was I want to say either the second or third level of the game. And it's this area where you go in and it's like this like labyrinth maze of tunnels. I sat there and I really legitimately said, I don't think I can fucking do this. I really do think I should just play this fucking game on normal difficulty and just not do Rage Mode. I actually just went through it. I just kept going and going and going, and I got used to the flow and kind of got into more of like a flow state when it came to the enemies. Sure, I still died a lot, but it became less of like, oh, I'm dying because I don't get it. I'm dying because I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. The game gets a lot easier once you start getting certain items in the game. Like, once you have the incendiary shotgun and then you can dual wield the incendiary shotgun, it's fucking over. Like, the difficulty's still hard, but it's a lot easier because you can stun the enemies now. You can make the enemies like not shoot at you for a second, so you can maybe headshot them or take a few enemies out for a few seconds and have them stunned while you're taking care of another set of enemies, and you can kind of whittle them all down. It is difficult, and it took a lot of willpower to get through the game. And then there's an achievement. There's always a fucking achievement. That's what really gets me. It's always that there's an achievement. If there's an achievement, I have to do it. And it is complete not only the story, but all the side missions too, which are hard as shit because they're basically putting you in a fucking box of a map, whether it be outside or inside, and it's horde mode. So these enemies are just fucking pouring in. It's fun, man. At some point, like, I stopped caring about the fact that it was difficult and just started caring that I was just like getting better at this. My favorite thing is like you can grab enemies, you can slide into them and grab them as you're sliding. So then once you get up, you have them and you can throw them as a grenade. Like, you activate their grenade or something that's on them and you just fucking chuck them like a grenade. It is so ridiculously fun. And then once the challenge is over and you finally get through Rage Mode and you still have achievements to do, you can go back on easy, normal, or hard. None of them are that hard, because I played all of them and I'm like, wow, this was a lot more fun of a game this way, I'll tell you that. But it was really cool. I liked it. I wound up getting all the achievements in the game. Yeah, that's Trepang 2. I recommend it. Go play it. Please support them. There is no Trepang 1. There's just Trepang 2. Don't ask me that because I don't know the fucking lore there. But I 100% recommend playing this game. I would love to talk more on the story and its characters and its guns and its soundtrack, which is fucking amazing. But otherwise, this would be it's already overtime, and it'll be way more overtime. So yeah, go check out Trepang 2 for yourself. It's great. I'd be a 10 out of 10 if I didn't lose a fucking brain cell playing this game. It's been a weird year for me. It's been like the year of taking things I wasn't really feeling or didn't like before and giving it another shot. I've been on a huge Marvel Rivals grind, and while that's been fun, the gang and I decided to reinstall Overwatch and give it a shot. The fucking general right now. Look what you made me do. Who did I just send a friend request to, Nick? Who?
Wait, it's not a real name. Is it? Where is it?
Look at the picture. Who did I just send a friend request to? And surprisingly, this shit's kind of fun. With arms wide open.
Score 0.
Under the sunlight.
Switching sides.
Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything. With arms wide open. With arms wide open.
Arguably, Overwatch is a game where if you're solo queuing, it's probably not going to hit as hard as if you're with a group. I do have a really solid group of people to play competitive with, and I do play quick play on the side just to kind of learn new heroes and try to practice a little bit. And honestly, I do like the matchmaking system in Overwatch a lot more than Marvel Rivals. I've played a lot of Marvel Rivals, and the one thing I fucking hate is the goddamn matchmaking system in it. I swear, you can be fucking goated. You can have the most goated game in the world. You can have 50 fucking plus kills, and you will still be matched with the biggest fucking smooth brain dipshit in the entire world.
Bro, you understand that there's something that we have to change to make it so that we're not fucking getting murked by all of them, because we're getting murked by all of them. It doesn't matter if we have heals. It doesn't, like, something has to fucking change.
I'm gonna go off on a rant here for a second. The amount of people who just don't give a fuck about actually ranking up in Marvel Rivals is insane. And you get matched with them for some fucking reason. You can be actually doing your job, doing really well, getting DPS kills or like protecting your team as a tank. Like, you could do well as an individual character and you'll be matched with probably the fucking epitome of just chud. Straight chud.
What about that?
Okay, here we go.
Nice
Here we go.
swapping.
Here, I'm running back to the
Play a
point.
different
And here's what I'll do.
DPS.
Here's what I'll do. Who do you want me to play?
Play fucking Scarlet for all I fucking care. Something that you don't have to
Who,
aim
Scarlet? All right.
It puts me off every time I try to play Marvel Rivals anymore. It doesn't feel like I'm actually getting better at the game. I'm just getting lucky enough to get teammates who are actually not dog shit. That's not a problem in Overwatch. I feel like the blend of whatever they're fucking doing over there, it's a lot better. While I do get people who throw and have that kind of like, oh, we're here for the vibes type bullshit, you know, I don't get it as often in Overwatch. And the penalty for losing doesn't feel as severe. Maybe, I don't know, because like maybe at the higher ranks it's like worse or bad, but like even like silver rank and even like bronze, it's not that bad. Like, I don't get a lot of fucking shitters, and that's all I ask for. Just don't be a shitter. But honestly, the atmosphere in Overwatch does feel a lot better. I feel like the games feel great. I feel like the games feel winnable, and honestly, I kind of really do prefer first-person shooter over third-person shooter for sure, at least in the competitive scene for the most part. And of course, Overwatch is very different now than it was the last time I played it. They had a moment where Marvel Rivals was fucking decimating them and taking their player base, so they had to like re-strategize and like change the game enough for people to want to keep playing it. And honestly, I really do like the new systems. I like the perk system. I think it's fucking cool. In old Overwatch, your character was just your character, and I do like the fact that you have to work for it now. You have to really kind of do stuff in order for your character to have its full ability. For example, Bastion, through perks, gains his signature self-heal. You don't just have that up from the get-go. Or you can turn his turret into like tank rounds if you choose. So you have like a 50-50 chance. Some games you might need that extra damage output. Other times you may have a bullshit healer and you're like, man, fuck it, I'll just heal myself, dude. And it, you know, it makes you think, it makes you strategize during the rounds, and I really do like that. I think it brings something unique to the table, and I wouldn't say other games should emulate it, but it's definitely making Overwatch a lot more fun. I'm still set in my ways. I still play the same characters. Diva for tank, but I don't really play tank that much, honestly. Tank's on the back burner for right now, but I play, I'm playing Bastion.
I have 290 hours with Bastion in total, and I specialize in sticking it straight up the fucking culo. Bastion is a way of life for me. Go in there, I bend them over, I open their cheeks nice and wide, I get a nice clear view of the colon, prostate, and the coccyx, and I knuckle fuck them all the way up to the palm, right up the butt cut, so they feel a burning sensation deep in the ass pussy like icy hot.
I'm playing Soldier 76 and Reaper, trying to learn Cassidy, Echo, and Sojourn. But those characters are also on the back burner right now because I want to get comfortable with them enough to actually play them in comp, and I'm not comfortable with them yet. But yeah, I am determined to go up the comp ladder and really kind of see how far I can get in the ranks in Overwatch. I'm definitely a different player now in terms of the competitive scene than I was back then. I was very cavalier back then. Now I'm a fucking tryhard, and I will go 50 fucking plus kills to take your ass out as Bastion, like the Rubiness himself. But yeah, if I'm being fair, I might have been a little harsh on Overwatch. It's alright, I guess. I'm having fun with it, and honestly, until something really changes with rivals or something better comes out, it honestly looks like O-Dubs is back on the competitive menu for the foreseeable future, boys. That's crazy. I never thought I'd be fucking saying that. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm fucking disgusted. But yeah, Overwatch is fun. So I've definitely been on record saying that I hate this game, right? Or maybe it's the fact that there's like 15 other different extraction shooters that are coming out or have come out, and they look exactly the same, or they have the same kind of premise. And you know, it all just gets kind of blurry, muddled, and you wind up just hating on everything. But this isn't about those games. This is about the blueprint itself. Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, guys. It's back. It's back, I think. Yeah, I used to hate this game a lot. Part of it is just battle state games being battle state games, and part cheater problem in Tarkov. It's very hard to really invest in a game where dying matters and having to struggle with, did I die because I'm bad, or did I die because someone's cheating? And then I just lost all my good shit, and you know what? Just fuck it. Once that's in my brain, that's pretty much, the game's pretty much dead to me. One night, I was convinced to spend even more of my hard-earned money on a game that I don't even play for a mode that should have been included in the main fucking game. Seriously, battle state games, are you fucking serious right now? I might have been a little salty. In fact, I might have been very salty, but for the most part, Tarkov PvE mode, and yeah, we're talking about Tarkov PvE mode. Wow. I wasn't really expecting to like it as much as I did. It really is the single player Tarkov that I always kind of wanted in the back of my head without having to worry about cheaters. It's great. Honestly, I really had a lot of fun. It's a great way to learn guns, the maps, how the bosses work, what's good loot, what's bad loot. It has its own independent flea market system, which is really nice. You know, being able to do the quests without any kind of like real anxiety of is a player gonna shoot me in the back of the head, or is a cheater gonna fucking spin bot me from across the map. It's great. I really loved it. I wanted to put in about 100 hours into it, and then we decided to stop playing it because we'd have to wipe our characters because Tarkov 1.0 was around the horizon. And I stopped playing it because I was like, you know what, Tarkov 1.0 is never gonna launch because it's battle state games, and battle state games is gonna battle state games, so that shit's probably gonna launch in 2028, and I wouldn't have to worry about Tarkov for a little bit. Oh, they got... Okay. Okay. So, Tarkov 1.0 released, and while I didn't play it on day one or maybe even the first week, it's been the only game I've been playing ever since, man. And, okay, maybe not the only game. I've been playing other games, but when I'm by myself and I'm like, it's my time, it's me time, it's alone time, you know, got a blunt, got a drink in my hand, you know what I mean? It's Tarkov. It's been Tarkov. It's been Tarkov since like a week since its launch. And to the point where this wasn't even originally in my video. This was originally going to be a different game, but you know what? I played so much of this goddamn game since it came out, like officially, that I had to put it in my list because one, I had a million fucking clips for it, and two, God, I'm having a lot of fun with it, man. Look, I get it. To a majority of the player base, probably about a big majority of the player base, maybe about like 95% of the player base, look at PvE players like a bunch of soft hand pussies. Look, I spent $20, maybe $30 on this mode, and to that I say, fuck you, and I don't give a goddamn shit what you think. But yeah, Tarkov PvE mode is just really Tarkov easy mode. The majority of your difficulty is going to be in the beginning, actually, where you're just kind of getting used to the game, getting started, getting your loot set up, doing early quests. But once you have like a decent kit and everything like that, you really kind of glide through everything, and your biggest worries are, is this PMC gonna do some bullshit and randomly kill me? Or is this boss gonna do some bullshit or randomly kill me? Or is this scav gonna do some bullshit and randomly kill me? As long as you're not just running up to every threat like an asshole, for the most part, your deaths are really kind of just up to random chance of like someone really hitting you in the neck with like R37X ammo or something like that, which has happened to me before. I thought it was fucking bullshit. Yeah, I'd rather play this any day than give myself a brain aneurysm in PvP. Plus, the co-op experience is really fun, playing with 3 other friends and just cleaning the map of enemies like some fucking Special Ops Ghost Recon Squad. It's honestly what you would think, like when you queue in with your buddies in PvP mode, what's gonna happen, and then you just wind up getting killed by a fucking spin botter. The overall experience is just a lot more nice in PvE. It's the experience I've always wanted. It's gun porn with a little bit of stalker with some Russian jank, and it's got its problems, but it's Tarkov. It's always going to be that. PvE has absolutely encapsulated me still to this moment, and even after writing the script, I'm going to be playing until I escape from Tarkov. What do I even have to say about Fallout New Vegas that already hasn't been said? It's a game that has taken way too much time in my life, and honestly,
I regret nothing.
it's a game that has kind of transcended just being a game. It's memes, it's webcomics, it's art, it's fans keeping this broken-ass game alive despite it not being re-released or even having a remaster or having fucking updates like Bethesda, you made a whole show around it, give us some fucking love, please! But I come back to New Vegas for a variety of things. Every few years I'd come back to try new mods and new ways to make the game feel fresh. Whether it be guns, E&Bs, companions, the list goes on. The community of Fallout 3 New Vegas is absolutely nuts. Shout out to the modding community, truly keeping this game alive all these years, whether it's mods that just fix the bugs Bethesda has neglected, or mods that re-envision the game into something completely new. Recently though, if you haven't seen the other entries in this Game of the Year list and last year, I've been on a very big achievement kick. Guess what game I didn't have 100% in? And I know what the fuck, why, and how. Mods typically make it so you can't get achievements. There's like some lockouts in Bethesda games, and I usually don't do the workarounds that let you still get achievements on it because I just don't feel like they're earned if you have mods. I'm sorry if you disagree with me there. So I'm guessing the ones I had were unmodded and the ones I was missing were when I was modding the game. But it gave me an excuse to come back one last time to vanilla New Vegas, one more run. And throughout the hours, days, weeks, I realized why I loved New Vegas. Its aesthetic, its music, its characters, its cowboy fetish. But most of all, it allowed me to do things
Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way.
You sick, vindictive fuck!
Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say this. He truly feels I am not the word.
Kill yourself.
I'm one who kneels. The record shows It was mine away.
It said, war never changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.
With that, 2025 is concluded. Finally, dude. It's been a year, man. Between moving, seasonal depression, and trying to get these videos out in a timely manner while also trying to get all my ideas in there, I wound up just putting my head through a fucking wall by playing Overwatch instead. And between that and procrastination, and then the beginning of the year, I turned 30, and then right after we had a death in the family. So it was a very, very hard start to the year and very hard to get these videos out, but I got them out and I hope you guys enjoyed them, because even though it took me a long time to get them done, I definitely really enjoyed making them. But yeah, that's it for 2025, guys. I'm glad you hung out with us once again for another year, and I can't wait to do this again in 2026. I promise to God that I'm not going to take this fucking long to make these videos. A lot of the time was really just kind of getting footage, and since I now just kind of archive footage and stuff like that, my hard drives are absolutely filled. Like, I can't wait to, after this video is done, to go through my fucking video drives and just delete all that shit, because I got like 2 terabytes of fucking footage in there, because it's like source quality. So it's yeah, I can't wait to get all that space back. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me again this year. I can't wait to do this again next year. Just want to throw a huge shout out to my support group, which is my friends who I play with every weekend. I wouldn't have got through 2025 without them, and that is Reagan, Jordan, Nick, and Joseph. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Like I said, I wouldn't have got through 2025 without you guys. But yeah, take a look at Point in Progress this year. We're definitely going to keep trying to do more videos. You might even see some revival of other things and some new stuff from me and Carlos, hopefully. All right, it's time for me to head out, guys, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. Till next time, take care. Oh yeah, while I'm here, fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, you orange stupid face motherfucker. You thought I forgot, didn't you, you little bitch? Fuck you, Trump.